Welcome back to Rainy Day Weather, guys. Today we're going to take a look at the severe weather risk across the Pacific Northwest, especially in Seattle, Tacoma, Olympia, and other towns, Portland, other towns and cities that are now in this really rare risk. In this area, we don't usually get that convective setup for these severe weather events that could happen here. So first, starting off with our yellow, that's our 2 out of 5 risk, gave out by the Storm Prediction Center just this afternoon. So it's just upgraded, and we'll take into a deep dive of what the specific risks are coming, and we'll time that out for you guys for tomorrow as well. But everywhere in this dark green is also at risk for any severe weather, specifically that high wind and also large hail. Moving into our tornado outlook, we got that 2%, so very isolated 2% tornado outlook across Seattle, Tacoma, and other places that were also in that slight risk. So you can kind of see how they align there. Everywhere else is, you have a very low chance of that tornado risk, but we're going to dive into that just in a second. Let's move on to our hail risk. This is actually our largest risk out of all the other risks associated with this storm system. You can see in that hatched area with the black hatches around here, almost in the center of the slight risk. That's where we can see the 2+ inch hail, a tennis ball or greater sized hail, causing possibly some massive damage. And as well as the yellow is a slight risk, or larger risk for hail, but hail is possible in all of these areas in brown. And lastly, our more widespread threat but less high scale threat is our high wind threat. They're on the lowest scale, but of course across all of our marginal risk areas in here in this brown area. So you can kind of see where this map is. Now let's time this out. When is this storm actually going to hit? Now we're going to look at our future radar here. The HER model specifically ran on just this 18Z here. Looking for just the next few hours, not much happening. This is all basically a tomorrow, Wednesday event. So this is 5 p.m. CST local time here. These cells popping off, these are where we can see the isolated tornado risk. If the cells, the supercells, get isolated and get on their own, they can start rotating. The environment's not 100% favorable, but looking at a little bit of a slice, got a little bit of a spin, some cape there, but really tracking this out forward, you can see how this develops into a line, a squall line here. This is where we might see our isolated hail, our large hail risk, as well as that overarching high wind risk, really associated with some of these cells. And then as that pushes through into Thursday, we'll see some rain, less severe, maybe some rumbles of thunder. But tomorrow, Wednesday, is where we might see those isolated threats of high and hail. Don't forget the hail as the largest risk. The significant hail, tennis ball size or greater. So put those cars underneath the garage, specifically after your lunchtime. Then isolated areas of tornado risk, and as well as more widespread areas of wind risk. Definitely stay weather aware tomorrow, guys. And as this system moves in, you can actually see our low pressure right associated with this turning here. One more time for you guys. As this turns and spins in, you'll get that lots of rain, maybe some snow in the upper elevations, but really a really rare event for also this time of year, and just this area of the country does not see severe weather. So keep that in mind. You live in this area, be weather aware, have a plan for that large hail and such. Yeah, that's basically all the wrap up we have for this specific threat. Hope you guys stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time.